Steve, good morning. You're on the market open.
Good morning. I just wanted to let you know that Palantir is not going to zero.
I agree. I think Palantir is not going to zero.
Oh, this market is crazy.
This market is crazy. Steve, I can't find a single stock that's red.
I'm sure if you look hard enough, you can.
No. So I found a couple stocks, but you get my point. Like, there's like everything's green. Like Shake Shack is red. Okay. Like everything is green.
So, I mean, just like I said, maybe good news is good news.
Maybe good news is good news. That's correct.
Maybe that should be the headline. Maybe good news is good news.
Maybe good news is good news. So CPI obviously came in with expectations, which was good. We actually were down on the core. TLT is up, Google's up, Meta's up. We're going to get a TikTok ban probably soon by the Supreme Court. Robinhood's up almost 10%. NVIDIA's up 1.6%. I mean, market likes it.
SoFi's up 75 cents or so.
SoFi is up more than that. SoFi.
Right.
No, you're right. Yeah, 70 cents. SoFi 15.19. It was at 15.54 at one point.
And it is freezing outside, by the way.
Yeah, I went outside last night to take out the trash. It was cold.
Yeah, I'm on my way to go get breakfast. So I figured I'd give you a call and say good news is good news.
Well, what are you going to get for breakfast?
My standard 3 eggs on a wrap, peppers, onion, salt, pepper, ketchup.
I love how you say it that quickly because you just know that you're going to.
Well, they see my phone number pop up and say, hey, Steve, we'll be ready in 10 minutes.
Dude, they must love you. They must love you.
They love me.
So I guess, Steve, based on how green today is, do you do anything on a day like this? Do you sell covered calls or do you just sit back?
I have to look because I think I have stuff rolling on the end of this week. And depending on when earnings are for some of these companies, I may just do a 1 week covered call. I think SoFi has run out this week for me. So I really don't want to have any covered calls for SoFi that span earnings because I think that they're going to crush and it's going to go up. So I don't want to be in a rolling game.
Dude, I can feel the cold from the phone. That's how bad it is.
It's like 25 degrees out, and it's like a freaking wind tunnel on 2nd Avenue. So it's freaking cold.
Steve, do you ever pinch yourself sometimes when you're walking through New York City? You get to live and work in the greatest city of the world. Do you ever just
No.
You never
No, it's normal. I lived here my whole life. It's just normal to me.
No, but you never wow, look at World Trade, look at Empire State. Like, this is the city. This is where people chase their dreams,
No, when I drive in over the Queensboro Bridge and you see the entire city when you drive in, that's when it's like, this is big. This is a big city.
Yeah, I mean, it would inspire me every day.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you.
Yeah, everyone in the chat saying it's a dump. It's a dumpster fire.
What?
The city.
I'll see you guys later. It's not. I don't know why people say that. Like, there are things that look, every city's got its down points and stuff. There are things I certainly don't like about it, but it's definitely not a dumpster fire.
XRP is at 290 right now, right?
I mean, I wasn't going to say it.
That's actually, I got to give you some credit. That's a little bit of humility is nice once in a while, I'm going to do it for you. I sold my XRP at 250 or 230, whatever I sold it at.
Listen, nobody ever got hurt taking a profit, buddy.
Well, why didn't you tell me to hold it? Because now it's at almost $3.
Listen, I told you to buy it at freaking 40 cents. Nobody listens.
That's true. You did. You did tell me.
So
you did tell me to do that. Okay, so here's the more important question, Steve. Do you think this is a rug pull? Do you think it's a bull trap?
No. S&P 7,000 2025.
That's a hell of a prediction, Steve.
It's not. So with S&P, think about what it did in a high rate environment. You've already got 100 bips off of the Fed funds rate. You're probably going to get another 25 to 50 if the Fed actually does what they say they're going to do. Okay? Why does anybody think that earnings are going down? It doesn't make sense. Oil's not at 100 a barrel. Inflation's coming down. it doesn't make sense why people think that somehow earnings are just going to retrace. It's not happening.
Well, I mean, you probably didn't see the banks this morning because you were busy, but the banks crushed
So
earnings.
I did. So I haven't looked at anything really this morning. I was in meetings all morning. But when I was in the elevator going up to my office, we have those EV things in there, and one of the headlines was Goldman's crushed like 104% year over year or something like that.
Yeah, they grew EPS by 60%.
Nice.
I mean, dude, sorry, not 40%, but to beat EPS by 40% as a bank when most of your earnings are predictable is not easy.
They're not really a bank. Come on.
I know, I get it. But what I'm saying is these financial institutions, the analysts tend to know their earnings before. For them to surprise like that is...
Once again, tell me what the bear case is.
I feel you.
I heard somebody talking. All I do is listen to CNBC or podcasts when I'm driving. Somebody was talking about how 5% rates looks interesting for cash. No, it doesn't. I don't know who these people are, but 5% rates do not. Does anybody who is in 5% T-bills, CDs, or anything over the past 2 years got crushed by the market? Why does anybody think this is going to be different?
So you would not put money in a money market fund right now, personally?
Listen, I have money in a money market fund, but it's money that I keep outside of the market on purpose, right? So there are definitely applicable reasons why you do that. But as an investment, like, you're going to get left behind most likely, because the bottom line is, unless the Mag 7 come in with underwhelming earnings, we're going higher.
Yeah, and Q4 tends to be one of the best quarters for the Mag 7, so I don't...
Yeah, it's the holiday season. And you also had the presidential election with a ridiculous amount of money spent on advertising. So Meta and Alphabet are probably going to crush.
What do you think about the SEC suing Elon as of yesterday?
I think that goes away in a week.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, does anybody think that that's not a joke at this point?
Dude, it's kind of sad 5 days before they know it's going away. It's kind of like a game. They want to show people that they hate him when they know there's no way Trump's going to allow that under his SEC.
It's like, look at Nina Khan's exit interview on CNBC. Like, I've been saying for the longest time that I didn't understand that pick for SEC chair. Look, she's obviously highly intelligent. And I'm sure.
Is she highly intelligent? That's a hell of a compliment to give to someone. Dude, graduating from Yale does not make you highly intelligent. Don't give me that.
You can tell by the way she speaks.
Oh, don't get it. So she's articulate, so she's intelligent. I don't know if we're going.
She's highly intelligent, but you can have a difference of opinion with somebody that's highly intelligent. And I think that she looks at things much differently than a lot of people. And I disagree with the way she looks at companies. Look, if you actually sit down and read her Amazon paradox that she wrote in the Yale Law Journal, like 90 pages or so. I actually read it. And it's crazy. Like, Amazon's not a monopoly. And monopolies do not benefit the consumers. Amazon benefits the consumer every day by driving prices down and getting products.
So that's my point, Steve. If you are highly intelligent, you don't assume Amazon is the most evil company in the world. Like that's what I get it.
People can be highly intelligent but have a different view on things.
Well, look, I feel your point, but it is kind of crazy that was the administration.
Some people think that Jerome Powell's not highly intelligent. I would say he is highly intelligent.
Oh, Jay Powell's. I think Jay Powell's going to be one of the best Fed chairs of all time if he pulls this off. I think he will. He was given $8 trillion of money that was printed, and he had to deal with
There's nothing to pull up. It's getting no landing. No soft landing, no hard landing. It's just going to be a no landing. It's the best case scenario.
Yeah.
But no, good news is good news. And I think that this is what we needed going into the earnings season, where, look, big tech is going to carry it higher. And I think that this is going to be rising tide lifts all ships. And I think you're going to see a lot of stuff happen with old world conglomerates. Like, I think Pepsi's too low. I think Coke's too low. 3M's actually doing pretty good. But there's a lot of companies I think are going to do very well in 2025.
Palantir's at 68.50. I mean, if the macro keeps up like this and they have good earnings, I don't know if Palantir has to get hit as much as people are thinking as well.
Did you see the confirmation yesterday? The hearings at all?
The confirmation. Oh yeah, with Pete Hegseth. Yeah, I saw that.
He was talking a lot about innovation. I'll tell you, if he gets confirmed, that's very good for Palantir.
You are correct. I mean, we have that clip. Let's play it right now. It's a 1 minute 37.
You perfect. You played that while I get into the elevator because I was waiting to get to an elevator. So you played that.
Oh, you're nice, dude. You were waiting just for us to. That's awesome. I love you, Steve. All right, let me play this clip, guys. This is the new Secretary of Defense potentially on technology in the military.
How do you change the culture? It's not just the Production Act that's going to be able to do it. How are you going to move forward faster?
Competition, Senator, is important, critically important. The Death Valley that was talked about, leveraging the innovation of Silicon Valley, which for the first time in generations has shown a willingness, desire, and capability to bring its best technologies to bear at the Pentagon, a Pentagon that has become too insular, tries to block new technologies from coming in. So we have to embrace that, there's some great Office of Strategic Capital, DIU initiatives that provide loans to companies to participate, because you have to invest in the defense industrial base for the longer term projects. We have the capability, the missiles and the munitions, but also to rapidly field emerging technologies that we need on the battlefield right now. So as we learn things, say in the war in Ukraine, those technologies, as we look at threats we're going to face, find ways to rapidly field those using off-the-shelf technologies or standard designs, modular designs. Another easy one, Senator, that became evident in the process is digital designs. The Pentagon often builds entire systems without first using a digital design, which means you build prototypes and then scrap them and start over again. No private sector business could survive doing business that way. So there's a lot of innovation, and I'm going to hire a lot of smart people already have to help with that.
That screams Palantir to me. Steve, you there? That absolutely, we just listened to it. It screams Palantir to me. Palantir and Anduril is really what it screams.
I mean, that's what I think.
Look, I don't know enough about the guy. I can't give an opinion on him. I really haven't looked into it, but that clip is what I saw yesterday as well. It sounds like he wants to invest in innovation. And
yeah,
I know he has a lot of personal things, but yeah, and I know there's a lot of personal stuff. Go ahead.
This is a guy that served, and this is a guy who's somebody I respects a lot. And listen, you can like him, you don't have to like him. I happen to respect Tim Kennedy a lot. Tim Kennedy praises this guy same way he praises Coulson. So I think we're going to be in good hands.
Yeah.
Do you know who Tim Kennedy is?
I don't.
Okay. You should look up who Tim Kennedy is right now.
I'm going to look him up right now. But I don't know enough. He's a politician.
He's not a politician.
No, this is a different one. He's an American soldier.
He's equivalent to Jocko. They're both Captain America.
He's an American soldier and retired MMA guy.
Yeah. Ex-Green Beret, ex-Delta, ex-Airborne Ranger. Guy is... You have somebody like that coming out and really praising this pick says a lot.
Yeah. And again, I don't know a lot about Pete Hegseth. I know there's tons of controversies with him, but from that clip alone, what I got is he's articulate, he can communicate, and he believes in actually innovating inside of the defense industrial complex and not just trying stuff without having any plan to scale it going forward.
I think we're going to be in good hands, and I think this is going to be very good for a lot of companies. I think Palantir is going to benefit. Whether the valuation makes sense, different story. But the market is very interesting right now, and I don't understand the bear case. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm overlooking things. I can't find the bear case right now.
Well, let me throw a stat. Let me throw a stat at you that's probably going to knock your socks off. By the way, guys, S&P at 178. All the quantum names are up 27%. You know why?
I'm waiting. Why?
Jensen Huang and NVIDIA are having a Quantum Developers Day on March 20th.
Yeah, to come out and say that we're making quantum chips now. Have fun.
No. But all four executives from the companies that QBT, Rigetti, et cetera, they're all going to be there with him on a panel.
Sure.
Like, that's pretty bullish. I'm not saying these stocks are great stocks on multiples, but you go from 20 years away to saying, hey, let's do a panel together.
Yeah,
Like,
people have panels all the time. Nobody cares about when, any of these other companies go to a panel hosted by Goldman or anything. I mean,
yeah, because it's Goldman. This is Jensen. There's a difference.
oh, I forgot. He's a rock star. I
He
forgot.
is a rock star. I mean, come on now. I'm just saying that the fact that we're at that point of the market means we're definitely going a bit more risk on if the quantum names are up 30%, even if it's off that headline. So I agree with you. I'm struggling to see the bear case as well.
Yeah. Wow. The Nasdaq's up 430. Wow.
The NASDAQ is up at 430.
This is the first time I'm looking. This is crazy.
It's not too bad. Not too bad.
So what was the stat that's going to knock my stocks off?
Oh, it was the quantum thing. That was the thing.
Well, that's not a stat. That's a event that's going to happen.
Yeah, maybe I misspoke. I meant to say like they're all up 30 to 40% today off of, I think, the Jensen headline, which is pretty incredible. Look, here's the stat that I think actually everyone needs to pay attention to. The Mag 7, and you've been saying this for a while, are 40% of the S&P 500. It looks like they're going to continue being that concentrated because I still don't get who's going to sell off Amazon for small caps.
You sound like me.
Well, I mean, you and me talked about that a lot at the end of the year, right? Which is just that it's hard to
I
imagine.
never understood it. I never saw it. Doesn't make sense to me. And the idea that people are going to sell Amazon, they're going with something that they know nothing about, is crazy to me. Like, who gets rid of these companies?
I don't know, dude. I mean, I don't get it. Unless they get egregiously overvalued, which is like the market's not going to give Amazon a 270 price unless they justify it with earnings, right? So if it gets to 270, it'll get there not because of hype. It'll get there because operating margins go up. Tesla's at 417. You could argue maybe that's a little bit of hype, but they're going to show some strong momentum, hopefully either on Robotaxi, Cybercab, or Optimus in their earnings. So
I'm going to give you an idea.
Okay.
Maybe we're not paying enough. And I know that that's crazy, but think about it like this. If you have a product and services that cannot be replicated by anybody except for 3 companies, maybe you get a little bit of a bigger valuation. Because at the end of the day, nobody can build what Microsoft and Amazon and Alphabet have built. Nobody. These businesses are here to stay. You can't build them. And data centers are the future. Nobody has better than data center services. Maybe people need to realize that these companies are the future, and the only competition is themselves at this point.
And they have the money to buy the dip on their own stocks.
Yeah. And I've been saying this for a long time. Long rates don't matter for these companies. They don't borrow. They're net positive cash. I mean, it's crazy talk. Not to mention the amount of free cash flow they generate funds everything they want to do.
Yeah. All right, Steve. Thanks for joining. I'll talk to you later. Do you have your breakfast already? Or are you about to go get it?
I'm having it right now.
All right. Enjoy your breakfast. Enjoy the green. And I'll talk to you later.
All right. Oh, by the way, Saturday night, get ready.
Okay.
I'm going to be fresh off the convention. Get ready.
Guys, Steve wants to do a podcast on Pokemon on Saturday, so we'll probably...
No. We're going to launch alternative asset investing.
Dude, Steve's like, we got to start this podcast. About what? About alternative assets. So about Pokemon? Yes.
Sports cards. I already started doing a bunch of data for you. I mean, there are some really interesting plays right now. I'm going to see if I can pick up some raw stuff at the convention. I have my Jula Loop ready to go. 30 and 60 times 90.
So this is going to be a new channel. So send me the link to the channel. I'll put the link in the chat. And then if people want to show up on Saturday, then we'll do it on Saturday. Also, can we tell everybody what you bought yesterday?
No.
Why?
No.
Why? What's the point of buying it if you don't tell people?
Going in my freaking storage unit.
All right. It's not a stock, guys. It's something else that he bought. All right. Well, maybe they'll see it on one of the episodes.
No. I'm probably never going to wear it, by the way. So,
I feel like
anyway.
you might as well tell people at that point, but
no.
Let's just say it's an alternative asset, guys. It's an alternative asset. All right, Steve.
It doesn't matter. All right, later.
Later.